Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm the 13th Wolfman. You can call me Wolfie if you want. A lot of people do. Welcome to the Max James Challenge. Before we get on with that, and I explain to you what the Max James Challenge is, always like, subscribe, share, and comment. I always want to know what you have to say, and when you do subscribe, hit that bell, bing that bell, ring that bell. That way, it's that little bell button right over here. Yeah, that way you'll know whenever I put something new up. So what is the Max James Challenge, or as Max S. likes to call it, the Collection Throwdown, I think is what he refers to it as. Max James is the guy who started a YouTube channel some years back called Two Ton Nerds. Since then, he started his own personal channel. He started out with a friend. And since then, he's went on to start his own personal channel called The One and Only MSJ. MSJ, Max James. What the S stands for, you could ask him. He has, being locked up like we are, he reached out to me and said, I want to do something. I want to do a challenge. I want you to dig through all your stuff, stuff over there, stuff behind you. And I want you to complete this task. And the first one was, go through the whole thing and find, what was the first one? Go through it and find this movie. And then I would go back to him and say, okay, I want you to go through your collection. We're doing this back and forth. It's a good time. So that's just a real quick idea what the Max James Challenge is. Now, last time we left off, I had asked him, what's the movie that that everyone seems to love, but just didn't click with you? And he answered, and I need to give my answer to that, and my answer to that is the movie that everyone seems to love, and I always hear how great it is. I had a couple of answers for this. One was American Psycho. I don't understand why people like that movie. It's not that good. And then the other one is the movie that's in my hand. And that is Donnie Darko. Donnie Darko. I hear from everybody how great this movie is. How awesome this movie is. How just incredible this movie is. I've sat through this movie like about 4 times now. I don't get it. I feel like it's a failed student film that was started like twice with 2 different ideas. Okay, well, I don't know where the movie's going. Let's just stop right there. And then they're like, okay, well, we'll try it from a different perspective. And they did it that way. And they're like, I don't know. I'll just take the 2 movies and cut them together. They won't make any sense whatsoever. It feels like a throwaway film. I don't get why people like this movie. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. I find it boring. I find it kind of dumb. I mean, it's got an incredible cast. Jake Gyllenhaal, Jenna Malone, Drew Barrymore, Patrick Swayze, Noah Wyle. So you think, okay, with an incredible cast like that, it has to be good. No, that's not true. It doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't even have to be a complete story, to be honest. So that's my answer to my question. He then turned that question back on me. He said, okay, so what's the one movie that you like that no one else seems to really dig? I'm like, okay, that's cool. I can get behind that question. That's a good question. Yeah. And I thought about it, and this is why these responses take so damn long, because I have to actually think about this stuff. I mean, it's one thing to do the question, what's a movie or everyone that everyone loves that you don't. That's one thing, but to find that one movie that I love, that because I have a lot of them. For some reason, I tend to like movies that a lot of the public doesn't like. And the one movie I picked up to talk about is this right here. This movie came out, and I went out and saw it. I thought, wow, this is like a really cool idea for a modern gothic horror film. Yeah, modern Gothic. Two words you don't see put together very often. And it's a cure for wellness. God, I love this movie. This movie came out in the theaters. No one saw it. I mean, this movie did so poorly, and it's sad because I was like, this is the movie I was banking on. I was like, oh, well, this is the movie that everyone's going to run out and see because they're going to go to it, they're going to see it, they're going to think it's a cool movie, and no. No one saw it. Wah, wah. But yeah, I loved it. I thought this was one of the coolest movies ever. Had a very gothic feel to it, even though it was set more modern. You know, this guy goes up into the mountains he works for an insurance company. But he goes up there and to check on some things, and while he's up there, he's basically abducted, and you know, they basically want to keep him around to, you know, experiment with. And he's not doing it. He's not feeling it. He wants to get the hell out of there. And yeah, so this is a cool movie. I love this movie. This is the one movie that I love that most of the public in the world didn't like. So that's my answer to that question. Max, I'm going to tie your hands on this next question, my friend. I'm going to see if you can do this. I've been thinking, you know, I've been trying to come up with some pretty cool ideas for, you know, the question back. And this question is, most people consider 1977 to be the birth of modern, or not modern, but the birth of true sci-fi. That's the year that Star Wars came out. And the following years, you had movies like Superman and Alien and Blade Runner and, you know, Empire and Star Trek and all these, you know, sci-fi movies. Enemy Mine. Well, you can't use any of those. I'm gonna say that you need to find in your collection the sci-fi movie, that you love that predates 1977. It's got to be 76 or earlier. Can you do it, my friend? I'm kind of curious to see what you come up with. I already have, I could name a bunch of pre-1977, you know, sci-fi movies. I've got a few in the back of my head that I'm going to pull out for you, but I want to see what you come up with first. So there you go. That is the challenge, Max. Brother Max. I want to see if you could do it, man. As always, I'm the 13th Wolfman, and yep, I'm on the prowl.